Hi there, my name's Kevin Holman, and today I'm going to be making spinach mac and cheese. So the first thing we want to do is, we have our boiling water. It's at a rolling boil right now. We're just going to pour in all of our pasta. Then what you're going to want to do is just let that go for 10 minutes, or whatever your box says, whatever you find. And then next, for the cheese sauce that we're going to be making, we need to start making a roux. So first, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter and start melting that. Now, a roux is traditionally considered equal parts fat, and that can be from butter, oil, anything that's considered fat, and flour. And this is typically used to thicken soups, sauces. It's a base, really. And a roux's consistency should normally look like wet sand. All right, and then we're gonna wanna slowly add it in. I'm gonna be using a whisk because this will help incorporate it more evenly and less clumping will happen. So we're just gonna wanna slowly do that over, making sure it's getting to that consistency we want. And about now is when we're gonna start adding in our skim milk. Now you can use any types of milk, but we're just using skim milk to kind of like go lower on the fat content. So we're gonna start off by adding half a cup first, but we're gonna end up using 1.5 cups. But this just makes it so it thickens to the way we like it. So you may notice that it's starting to clump. That's all right, this tends to happen. It may not look like it's a roux, but once you start adding in the cheese, you'll see it all start to come together. We're gonna check on our pasta. All right, it's looking pretty done right now. So we're gonna strain this. But before that, I don't wanna leave my stovetop unattended, so I'm gonna lower the heat on our roux so it doesn't burn on us. I'm gonna take it over to our strainer. And to keep the stuff from sticking together, we're gonna shock it with some cold water. And we'll just let that sit while our roux is still being made. And now it's becoming more of a sauce. You can start to see it's starting to be more homogeneous and less chunky. Now we're just gonna add in our seasonings. We're gonna add in our 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of garlic powder, because who doesn't love garlic powder? And some pepper too, another 1/4 of a teaspoon. Just gonna start mixing that in, making sure it's all a nice mix. And now we're gonna add in what makes the mac and cheese, some cheddar cheese. We're using 1/4 of a cup. And this is gonna start to melt inside of it. It's gonna make it nice and gooey and really just a great sauce. Start to crank up the heat. And you also start to notice that the color is changing too, from like a white, floury, pasty thing to like the bright orange and golden mac and cheese color. And now you can get creative with this. If you have any other cheeses lying around at home that you just want to put in here, Parmesan is a great cheese to put into this too. All right. We're gonna add that in. Finish that off. All right. And now we're gonna also add in our spinach. We're gonna add in like a few handfuls. And then just start thoroughly mixing it, making sure everything's coated with that delicious cheese sauce. My name's Kevin Holman, and I just showed you how to make mac and cheese. Have a great one.